Welcome back, folks. Welcome to the channel. And as you can see, it is a beautiful day outside, but don't let that fool you. It's a maximum of 10 degrees today, wind chill taking it down to around 6 or 7. So as you can see, I've opted for the bobhead gloves today and not the fingerless gloves, which is what you're all used to seeing. Anyway, it's just good to get out after the other week out in the peaks with Macca and that was a great little ride out just to stretch the legs. Brilliant to get back out on the bike and take a break from what is probably now known as the paint shop. But today it is Sunday and the weather was actually warmer on Friday, and it's give this all weekend obviously, but it's getting warmer in the week. But who can deny a little trip out when it's like this? It's just like I said, a little bit chilly, but it's fine, and we've been in a lot worse. So we're just gonna go over to the wine press at Hollingworth Lake and meet up with a couple of sickos, Sportster sickness. Just have a bit of a catch up there, and then I'm going to go over the hill and try and get some scenic views for you folks. And I've got the drone with me today, so the wind was absolutely terrible yesterday, so I mean I'm glad there was a ride over around Wales yesterday, but I was busy doing other things, but you couldn't have took the drone up anyway, so I'm sort of glad today the wind is next to nothing, so we've got no wind, so it's ideal to put the bird in here. So if we find a decent spot we might just do that in a bit. But anyway, the wine press at Hollingworth Lake, it's only about 5 minutes from here now. It's just, well, literally round the corner, and we'll see who turns up here for a catch up. It's probably just Timo and Andrea, and I think their lad. And for some of those in the know, I've got Timo's paint set in the garage at the moment, so he'll be on something a little bit different today. So we're just starting to see some of the rides coming to fruition now, and plans afoot of what people are planning this year. And the same with myself, I've got a little something planned for in the next few weeks. So things are on the up, and obviously the weather can only get better. Just nice to see the tops of the hills instead of having the mist and the grey skies and rain on them. And of course it's been so wet over the past few months as well, nothing's dried out, so we've hardly had any rain here in the UK for the past probably 3 weeks or so. So I mean, it's pretty fair to say that the roads are safe to ride, and a lot of the salt has been washed off as well, which is good news for those of you that don't like taking your bike out in the winter. There ain't no excuses now. Bit of a bimble list stuck behind the cars, but I do promise we'll be out in some of the open road in a bit. So there's Hollingworth Lake. And here we are. Right, we're on camp now. Right folks, so anyway, it's amazing what half an hour can do after a brew and how many people can turn up. So we've got Sarah here on her RS, obviously my counterpart, Andrew, Cosmic Sai, and Timo. They're on the Yellow Hornet today because obviously I've got Timo and Andrew's paintwork in the garage, so we've got the Hornet. The Sportsman John follows me everywhere.
Again? You're going to head the bridge?
Yeah, we're going up over the top and then round. So we'll sort out what we're doing from there, yeah?
And then from there I'll probably whiz home or something, we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing, cutting off anyway, so.
Okay, right.
Just do a line up while I turn round and put my cam on.
There you go.
So this is our crew for today. We've got a mixed bunch. We've got Sai, Sarah on the RS, on the RT we've got Terry, Sportsman John on his beautiful Sportster, Andrew and Timo on the Hornet, CBR 600, and then the beautiful lime green Kiwi 125. At the back. Oh, you can sell springs here. Look, bikes everywhere. Connor, I think it is on the Kiwi. I'll check that because I must apologise, but I'm crap with names. With people, when it's people you meet for the first time and they say, yeah, such and such, this is such and such, and you shake the hand and 5 minutes later I forget. Usually takes me about 6 months to remember names. So this is a cracking road over the top, and you know, we've done this a few times in the past, but well worth it. Drop down towards Hebden, which I think last time we did in sort of dusky skies, so it'll be nice to see it again on a bright and sunny day like today. But I'll tell you what though, it's definitely this showy helmet. Second time I've had it on now, and it's takes a few hours before it becomes part of your own head to settle in. But noise wise is definitely a hell of a lot quieter than the K-Berg. And I'm not feeling any pressure anywhere on my head. It's so comfortable. nice winding turns. The only thing is now he's just leaving the 125 behind, but he's having fun, I'm sure. And the weird reservoir on the left hand side, you can't really see now until we turn left. We'll just slow down just so he knows where we're going. That ice cream van's always there, even in bloody January in the winter. Yeah, it just looks so bleak. You really wouldn't want to go for a swim in there, as beautiful as it looks on a day like today. What a gorgeous view though now. This light is just so fantastic. The only thing is it's a bumpy road. It looks like it's had a little bit of resurfacing, but this is usually pretty bad down into Mytham Road or Mytham Road, however they say it, in Yorkshire. Because of course we're going into the unknown boundaries, into the Yorkshire side of things, or the South Yorkshire. But as I said, you know, we're not going far today. I had this vision this morning. I was going to wake up, get up nice and early, have a cup of coffee, pack everything up and head on into the Lake District. I thought, let's just do a little solo ride into the lakes and stick the drone up over Windermere or something, you know. And but it was actually pretty damn chilly this morning, and I thought, I can't be arsed riding up the M6 motorway northwards. I'm being frozen to my arse before I even get to destination. So it was only when I saw a post with Andrea saying I'm going to the wine press, does anyone meet up? So I thought, you know, that's only 25 minutes from my house, I'll do that. And it just shows you sometime, because it's a nice little contingent here, nice few friends to ride in, always nice to see people's faces and just have a little bit of a ride after. But like I said, I always say as well, if this is the first time watching my channel, my name is Martin, aka ALCHEMOTO, and lots of ride outs on my channel, and if you look back in the back catalogue, plenty of things to choose from custom work and painting and whatnot. So I try to do a variation, and we'll be expanding on that variation through 22 with a few new things as well. So exciting times to come and get this channel pushed over 2k and well and truly beyond. That's what we're after, folks. But what a beautiful view. Again, I love saying that because it is a beautiful view, heading down into the valley. I had this daft thought as well, and I think everyone goes through it sometimes with the bikes, and it was how far have I pushed now my 48s, and can I push it anymore? And you know, does the journey carry on forever with the Sportster, and you know, or does the marriage end and then we go forth? And you know me, I'm looking at other bikes. I've gone from, you know, Street Glide, Lowrider S to BMW to Triumph, but if I had a second bike, then yeah, of course, the Sportster goes nowhere. But that's why I was looking at the adventure type option, you know, to obviously expand on the channel. But then I thought, that bloody lowrider ST 117 engine, got the luggage, go anywhere option, you know. But then I don't think I'm gaining anything, because, and I tell you what got it as well, is because when I threw my leg over the saddle this morning on this bike, it was at that sort of instant, no, I can't, you'd miss, nothing would replace it, you know. I think you get like that sometimes with bikes, and I think that's why so many people before have sold the Sportsters, bought another bike and gone back to them. So it's one of the difficult, it doesn't, you know, it's not the end of the world, like, but it's one of those difficult decisions that you can't come to a conclusion with. And I'm sure whatever bike you ride, sometimes you've had that sort of same feeling. I mean, how many times have you guys sold a bike and wish you hadn't? You know, sometimes I see posts from people who had sold a bike 10 years ago and regretted it, and they put the picture of it and they're looking to buy it back. And it's that sort of love-hate relationship you can have, where you get attached to something, you know. It's only a piece of metal, but you get attached to it, you know, so much so that you would miss it. It's part of your life. So, you know, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts and comments, that if you've ever got rid of something and wish you hadn't, and wish you'd have kept it in the stable, then yeah, please drop it in the comments. And while we're on about that, you know, don't be shy to comment. I love seeing the comments from you guys all over the world, and opinions and things like that. And also, don't forget that like button. It really does help with channels to progress. I know it's only a tick the box, but believe it or not, the way YouTube works, it does help to go to promote channels, especially the smaller ones. So if you do that, folks, I'd be very appreciative of that. It's a beautiful valley, this. So yeah, plans for myself, I've got a few sort of little days, I think, to vary what's happening, especially with the sickness as well this year, because we've got, with our northwest region, covers quite a big area. So we're going to try and head down more of the sort of Chester, North Wales, Lake Districts, and even into Yorkshire this year, with a few rides out, and give some different options for some guys, a different scenery for you guys on the rides out. So trying to get together a little mini tour planned as well, which is the south of Scotland on the Dumfries and Galloway coastline. So just sort of in the early stages of planning that one, which isn't sort of far off in the making. And for now we're sticking with the 48, because I think my second bike option is not going to happen till later on in the year, or whatever I do when I've made the mind up as well over that one. But oh, sometimes life just gets in the way, and then you stick your lid on, open the throttle, and it all goes away. Nice little poem by ALCHEMOTO. I think we're stopping off in a bit, so we'll just cast our eyes on a couple of the bikes that are here with us today. Done a good job of that, really, hasn't he? He's not bad, Timo. Bit of a mess that when he bought it. Cleaned it up quite well. A little bit of posing in the square. Satan's Senile Sinner. Nice.
Opened it fully, just 50, 49, 48, 47. That's a steep hill, that though.
Yeah. Well, I said just
Yeah, it is steep that, but
It's steeper than that. Yeah. I seen him coming up.
yeah. So like, we'll slow down and wait for you. But we saw you. We'll not leave you.
It was alright then though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it woke up after a bit, but
Yeah, it's just that hill's quite a long steep hill that. Need someone with a bit more power, lad. Pass your test, lad.
So has everyone really enjoyed their first sunshiny ride of the year?
Of course. Nothing finer.
What do you mean so? Because you're on the Hornet and not on the Sporty? Look, I'll crack on with the paint job as soon as time allows me to, alright?
Fair dues.
Go on. Don't shy away now. How are you finding the ride out here on your pretty cool Kiwi?
yeah, it's.
And how long is it going to be before you're on a big boy's bike?
Hopefully end of this year I'll be on one.
To go anywhere, you've got to go into Manchester or Leeds.
Si,
Yes, sir.
how many hippies live in this village?
One. Many.
Terry, should I buy an RT?
I think you should, Martin, but try it before you buy. That's my advice.
Radio.
You heard it here first, folks.
Try before you buy.
It is nice though, they're glistening away in white in the background.
Yeah.
Or the RS. Sarah, what do you think?
I'm going to say RS all day long.
Well, you're a young man, so maybe the RS is a little
You
bit
heard
more
that first as well. I'm a
sporty
young man still.
for you. For now.
But the RS is the beautiful bike. So there you go, folks. Little Hebden Bridge's little square. Very popular on a day like today. I'll go. Definitely feels more like bloody 17 degrees now. I think, seeing as the weather people said 10 degrees max, they've got it a little bit wrong, or maybe it's just because there's no wind today, but definitely feels a lot warmer. I'll probably change that opinion though if I took the extra layers off. Nice old building. Layers kitchen and the old Oxford House, whatever that used to be. Just a typical old milly town. Nothing worse than traffic lights that split up the pack. Corvette, tractor. So there should be a little road off to the right at the top of here, which I think we might be stopping at for 5 minutes before we break on our different ways. I will mention again though over this showy helmet about the vent. I've got a lovely cool blast just coming through that's just keeping everything clear and a little bit of fresh air inside the lid, and it's something I never ever felt with the K-Burger, which is why I had so many mist problems. And I know I had the camera covering it, so I can't blame the helmet completely, but it's the first time I've had this just nice touch of air coming through. So every time I wear this lid, it's getting points. Every time I put it on. Yeah, I was right. So it's this little right turn and then it goes up a little bit. Top of the T-junction on the Lancashire border. So what's Sarah now with that dip?
Leave it in gear. Yeah, okay. Leave it in gear. Yeah, good idea.
Whose idea was this?
Trouble.
Yeah. So as we head into Rosendale, we will call it a day, folks. It's been a great opportunity to get out today. Still not, you know, warm enough to really enjoy it, but warm enough. I completely said that wrong, didn't I? Hey. So as we're heading down into Rosendale, Lancashire, I think we'll call it a day. So it's been brilliant just to get out for a few hours with the crew, and nice to see people on the different bikes as well. It's been a chilly one, but still warm enough to just enjoy it without shivering on your bike. So like I said, spring is definitely in the air. So as we get further into the spring and the warmer weather and the rides get further afield, we've got plenty to come on the channel. So again, hope you've enjoyed this one, folks, and don't forget, if you're not subscribed to ALCHEMOTO, this is your first time watching, please subscribe to ALCHEMOTO, hit that like button, and please comment if you dare, and also share. But on that note, ALCHEMOTO is signing out, and I'll see you later, folks.